Let's play some cards.
Welcome to the Jesse AF Show, where imagination and reality collide. Take a step, but watch out. It can get a little weird.
Hey everybody, my name is Jesse Grossbohlin and welcome to the Jesse AF Show. Today is Sunday, October 6th, 2019, episode 237. I post daily on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, SoundCloud, and YouTube. So if you have any of those platforms, please consider subscribing. That way you get notifications for whenever I post a new episode. Yeah, I know, I sounded a little bit, weird with my voice right there. I don't know what's floating, but... Okay, there's a lot of dust in front of the camera. I don't know why, but whatever. I'm a little mumbly today. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm tired. Probably. Because it's getting close to bedtime. And I'm going to be going to sleep soon. Why is there so much dust? Okay. Okay, never mind the dust. I'm going to try and focus not on the dust, but on the actual podcast. I've got a deck of cards right here. Or do I? Well, it is kind of a deck of cards, but not really. It's a deck of business cards. So, I have all these business cards, right? Makes sense. I have all these business cards for the business that I started with my brother, Valley Life Bros. I designed all of them by hand in Photoshop. Yeah, I did. And we have all these business cards. I realized that I forgot where my business card holder was. And I was not about to go out and buy another business card holder because I knew that I had one somewhere in my room or somewhere in my house in general. So I didn't go get one. What I did do was I took an old playing card deck. There weren't any cards in it. It was just kind of laying around. And I just used this. It's a deck box. Why not? It goes into the whole idea of reduce, reuse, recycle. It's like the displays that I made out of pallet wood. I made them out of pallet wood because it's really important to reuse the things that we have already used and things that could seem like the junk. You know, like this. Who would think, I bet a bunch of people would actually think to use a deck box as a place for business cards, but at the same time, I really don't think they would. Who knows? You never know, quite honestly, what people would do with their lives. But, I reuse so many things in my life. I have so much paper all over the place in my room, and I try to keep it and reuse it in whatever way possible. Like, I do a lot of drawings. I do have a lot of these little sticky notes, and I try to use them up. I'm not going to be buying any more sticky notes because I definitely have way too many, and buying more sticky notes is not going to solve the problem of reducing the amount of consumption that we have of paper products in general. So yeah, I'm on a journey right now. I'm interested in finding ways that I can reuse and reduce waste and figure out different ways that my business can do that. And my business with my brother, our business. Figuring out different ways that we're going to be able to manufacture in the future, bags in general, screen print, all that kind of stuff. Got to figure out eco-friendly inks to use in the screen printing process because that's going to be interesting. I have a sneeze coming on. Okay, I think it's gone. It might come back. That's what sneezes do. Okay, never mind. But I do really care about the environment. And what I mean by that is I don't throw out my old phones. I don't throw out my old iPods. I don't throw out anything. I still have my iPhone 6 right here. There it is. I still have my iPhone 4S. This is my first iPhone ever. This is my second iPhone ever. And this iPhone right here that I'm recording on is my iPhone that I have now. It's my only iPhone that I have besides these two. But I keep I keep these things, and eventually I'm going to turn this on, and I'm not even going to recognize the operating system that this has. It's going to be like, whoa, I used to use this phone? Like, look at how little it is. Compared to my phone now, it's like, oh my god, it's so tiny. But I've also had the idea to use old phones as security cameras in the future. I don't know, I thought it was awesome. I actually saw a YouTuber that used old computer cameras, like little FaceTime cameras, and he basically took them apart out of the computers, and he used them as security cameras around his house. Like, that's the coolest thing ever. Honestly, he actually does do a lot of reusing old things and repurposing, and I think it's really awesome. I just hate waste. You know, I hate plastic. I hate the idea of things being able to only be used once. That's why I have a Mac. You know, it's made of aluminum. It's gonna last a long time because it's a really good brand, and it just has so much depth to the brand where it's not going to fail me. It's going to outlast the technology that's inside of it, and that's the crazy part. I hate junk. You know, junk is not good, and junk is cheap stuff. Yeah, sure, I should be saving more money, you know, because I have my own business, and I should be reinvesting all the money that I'm making into the business. That way it goes further. I'm not pocketing any of the money that the business is making at all, actually. My brother isn't either. We are leaving in the business, that way we can grow the business. But that's not the point. What the point is that I don't like wasting. I don't like using one thing once and getting rid of it and then being done with it. I don't like that. I recycle as much as possible whenever possible, and I think it's really important to do. I've always thought about different ways to help the environment, help people reduce and reuse and recycle different ways in the future. I just have so many ideas, you know, and I just want to keep impacting the world in better ways, you know, just making changes, getting rid of that plastic bag that's basically wrapped around your new electronic that you just get, or the box that your electronic is in. I hate that stuff. And that stuff is the stuff that usually gets all over the place. In trees, grass, flies out of garbage trucks. I wish I could redesign and actually have a real mark on the way that garbage trucks are produced and their form, and a way to shut them off from the world when the waste is inside of them. That way the waste doesn't blow outside of them. I mean, I would love to be able to have that kind of influence. But the only way I could have that kind of influence is if I either got a degree in that field of, let's say, Jesus, what is it? I'm blanking. I am blanking. Engineering. If I was an engineer, they would probably definitely hire me, and if I had the experience, of course, to design or redesign their garbage trucks if they actually wanted to redesign their garbage trucks. But that's probably never going to happen. And okay, my dog is crying in the background, but never mind him right now. He's got to use the bathroom, but I'll take him out later. Yeah, reducing, reusing, and recycling is probably something that we all can do that isn't really the most popular thing in the world, because who wants to use junk, right? I mean, old pallets. Would you really think about an old pallet as like a piece of furniture that you're going to have in your house? Maybe not. I like thinking about things like that. I like thinking about the world like that. I think about the world as only someone that's optimistic would. I'm very optimistic. I don't like thinking simply about things. I like thinking more dynamically about things that everyone else looks at, and they've always looked at them a certain way, and I like changing the way they look. I like changing the way they work. I mean, look at my podcast, for instance. I went from, hey everybody, my name is Jesse Grossbohlin, welcome to the JesseAFShow. Today is blank, blah, blah, blank, blank. My daily podcast, and so on and so forth. And then I refined it. I made it 10 seconds less, and it sounds a lot better, a lot cleaner, and I can't even really remember the old one. And I was saying that repeatedly for 200 some odd days, and I made it better. I looked at something that I have in my life, something very common, something very natural for me to say, and I just don't need it. Get rid of it. Let's redo it, you know? And that's life. I want to be able to do that with everything that we have in our world, and I want to be able to change everything and make it better. Make sure that, you know, I can really make the largest impact that I can on the world and everything around it. That way we just have a more productive world, a more productive lifestyle that we live in. I think that's my ultimate goal. I hope you guys really enjoyed today's episode. I know I did. I will see you guys tomorrow, and I hope you guys have a really great day.